Hello everybody, welcome back to another Mystic Islands video. Today we're back for another one, obviously. And today we're going to be going over how to cast creatures and deal combat damage with creatures. So today I'm going to be using these cards to show you. Now these cards are Pirate Faction cards. I just had them lying around because I just did the Pirate Faction, I think, overview 2 videos ago, right before the Mystic Madness packs video, which right now, only for March, you can buy those Mystic Madness packs for the same price as my regular packs, and they have better value in them, guys. So if you're looking to get any of my cards, right now is the time to buy. They're only up for March, and they're going to be gone forever, so just letting you guys know that. So right here, this is the thing you need to play the game, obviously, the Chaos Crystal. It is your resource. Every player has 15 of these. I'm going to set this off to the side like you would in a game. This is going to be our deck. For now, I'm just going to set this off to the side because it doesn't really matter for what I'm showing. But so that's on this side of the crystal. I don't have a lot of space here, sorry about that. But basically, here is how you cast creatures. Now, if we look in our hand, the casting cost on these creatures is up in the top right. This is creature, obviously. It has attack and defense. Same thing with this guy, and this guy. And him as well. Put this off to the side for now. So obviously you can see they have different numbers in the top right, and that's because they are valued differently. So this guy's a 5 attack, 4 defense, so he costs 4 chaos crystals. 6 attack, 6 defense for 6. 2 attack, 4 defense for 3. 1 attack, 1 defense for 1. And a 2 attack defense and 1 defense for 1 crystal. And this guy's got the untapped ability, so that's why he's not too overpowered there. So let's say on our turn, we're going to pick up a Chaos Crystal. Now, because the worth is 1 on this creature, we're going to pay that 1, put it back, and cast him, just like that. So now once they are casted, they come out tapped. We borrowed this mechanic from Magic the Gathering. It's pretty much the only mechanic I borrowed from them. So obviously, if you play Magic the Gathering, you know tapped. It basically means your creature's tired, it cannot attack or block until your next turn, which becomes untapped. So now it is all good. Creatures in Magic do not come out tapped, but mine do. So that's very important. So obviously we played a creature. So let's say our opponent has no creatures on the battlefield across from us right now. So as long as our opponent has no creatures on the battlefield to block with and no leader, we can obviously swing in unblocked for 1 damage to our opponent's health. Everyone starts with 40 health in the game, and first one to hit 0 loses. So let's say our opponent ends up playing a Solo Drunken Sailor, 2 attack, 1 defense. So obviously they have the same defense value at 1. Now what really matters here is who is attacking who. So I have a thing in my game called bleed damage. Now what this basically means is, let's say Solo Drunken Sailor attacks Pioneer. He has 2 attack to just 1 defense. So obviously both of these creatures will die because they can kill each other, but that 1 extra damage from his attack will bleed through to me once he dies. So they'll both die, and I'll take 1 bleed damage. Now let's go back and say he left his Solo Drunken Sailor up for defense, and it is my turn with my Pioneer, and I attack his creature. Now since my creature can only kill his without dealing any extra damage past his 1 defense that he can block, my opponent will not take any bleed damage, and I will not take bleed damage because his creature is blocking, not attacking. So another instance of this would be this 6 attack, 6 defense to this 5 attack, 4 defense. If I hit him with the 6, his creature will die, mine will not, because it will have 1 health remaining, and 2 damage will bleed through to his health. Let's say, for instance, it's actually my opponent's turn, and he's going to attack me for 5 damage to this creature. Now obviously, my creature is stronger in every way, so it will kill the Mighty Captain, but it will leave my creature at 1 defense until my next turn begins, when all of my creatures regenerate their health. Now let's say your opponent has an ability card, such as this one right here, Drunken Slumber. I don't know if you can see that very well right now. It's not very focused. But it says put a -3 attack, -0 defense counter on target creature. Let's say they affect my creature right here by putting -3 attack on it. Now basically it is 3 attack, 6 defense. So it will not die from a Mighty Captain still, because it still has 6 defense. But it also can only deal 3 damage to his Mighty Captain, so both creatures would survive and live to see another day on the battlefield. Essentially, you cannot attack your opponent directly unless you have creature advantage or if they do not have any creatures. So essentially what this means is, let's say we each have 2 creatures on the battlefield right here. Now, I want this guy to deal the most damage to my opponent as possible, obviously, but we have to be smart about this. I have a 2 attack, 1 defense. Either way, this guy, if he attacks him or him, will die. So, since this guy has the higher health and will not die when killing this guy or this guy, it's safe to assume that we can go in and swing at this guy for 6 damage, swing at this guy for 2 damage. So the 1 extra from this guy's attack will bleed through because he is defending. Both of these guys will die. And then we have this fight over here, which 6 damage to his 4, 2 will bleed through. My creature will survive and tap, and then his creature will die. So that way you clear the board of your opponent's creatures and you still get damage through to your opponent. Now thinking about it from your opponent's perspective, let's say that they're attacking. What they can essentially do is they only have a 5/4 and a 1/1. So the best way for them to come out of this with their strongest creature alive is to take the 1 attack, 1 defense and actually hit the 6 attack, 6 defense. Sorry about that. And this is because only 1 creature can fight 1 creature at a time. So they are stuck in a battle right here. So now you can attack the 5 to his 1 defense here. 4 will bleed through. This creature will die. This creature will die. But then this creature is tapped and unable to be killed this turn by an elite swashbuckler. This goes into my next little segment, which is in Magic the Gathering, I think there's a thing called chump blocking, which I believe you just have a creature out on the battlefield that is very weak just to block and then stop damage coming through. And essentially, that doesn't work in my game because of the bleed damage, so I basically created my own term called chump attacking. Now basically what this is let's say your opponent wants to deal max damage to you, to obviously kill you quicker, and you have a 6 attack, 6 defense up. Now his dilemma is that he cannot kill that creature right now, which is bad for him, but he does have creature advantage. So obviously you can see he has a 1/1 and a 5/4. Now the only way to get around this 6/6 is to either kill it, or you can take your 1/1 and attack it, get it stuck in a battle to attack your opponent directly for 5 damage. Then this Pioneer would die. It would obviously trigger his ability, which we're not going to talk about right now. And then this creature would be tapped and live another day. Hopefully you guys do understand the basics of attacking and defending in this game. I'm going to be coming out with a more in-depth video, I believe, soon. But this is just the very basics about bleed damage, when you cast creatures, and what chump attacking, and basically how to attack around your opponent's big creatures if you cannot kill them. If you guys did enjoy this video, do not forget to buy Mystic Madness packs on the Game Crafter right now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.